Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching I Allegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because this is really serious. This was sent to me, and think about this. You can't eat potato chips right now. Have to stay away from them. We have seen all these different recalls over the course of the last year, and this one is the highest level you can get. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and think about this. Lay's potato chips, the 13-ounce bags, used to be 16, now they're only 13, but the 13-ounce bags that are half full could have a milk product in them. And they had a recall in the middle of December, December 16th. Now they have a full-blown recall, the highest level for the FDA, stating that people can die from this. Now, think about this. It could have milk product in the potato chips. Now, here's the thing about this. There's, whether you eat this stuff or not, and on my diet, there's certain things I can't eat right now. But the crazy, crazy thing about this is that people try to get themselves, I'm going to cheat, I'm going to have this. And here they are putting their life in, potential danger. Isn't that wild to think about? So you can't eat potato chips right now. So it's terrible. I know I'm going to get dozens of people to write me and say, you should never, ever eat potato chips. So with that being said, read the story below from the New York Post because it's pretty serious. Now, the next thing is I got a call from a subscriber who said, hey, I really want to talk to you about something. And I'm in the flight path of the airport right here. But, I was at a restaurant today and I was talking to this woman who was the server. And I said, hey, are you excited about no tax on tips? And she said, you have no idea. But the big thing for my husband and I and our 4 kids is he gets paid overtime. And we figured out that the taxes on his overtime right now is $1,500 a month. That is all the difference in the world. That is us living in a huge way and having to be able to save money, be able to pay off all our bills. $1,500 a month, guys. What would you guys do with an extra $18,000 a year? So let's hope this goes together because people like this waitress, that's a big deal, guys. It's a lot of money when you add it up. So other thing that's been said to me a lot lately is, people that want to drive their electric vehicles are having a lot of problems right now getting them charged and things like that. There's a man named David Dimmer, and he lives in Denver, Colorado, and he went to go get his permit, to install his electric charger for his Tesla Cybertruck. And city said, no problem. You just got to get the HOA to sign this form for you so that you can get it. He goes to the HOA to have them agree to it, and I just knew what was coming when I got this story sent to me, and that is, no, sorry. If you bring that truck here, we're going to consider it trespassing, and we're going to deny this. Now, read the story below because this is where it gets crazy, guys, okay? You want the electric vehicles, but you don't want the electric vehicles. The guy will pay for this all on his own, and he can't charge it. And again, guys, you have an apartment, you have a condo, you have attached units like this. They don't want things like that out there. So you're going to run into problems with this, but this guy's gone to the point that he's pleading with people on social media to say, are there any eco-friendly, green-friendly, EV-friendly law firms that can help me with this and know where to go and what the argument is. I mean, I don't know. But the problem with it is you're going to see this become a bigger problem all the time because for everybody that loves this stuff, there's that many people that hate it. Remember that, okay? Let me know what you think so far. I keep getting people to write me to say, hey, there are no eggs here. There's no eggs in Southern California. I have no problem getting eggs, guys. I don't know where you guys are having this difficulty from. It may just be a regional thing. The prices are outrageous right now. That's, etched in stone. Consumer confidence right now decreased to 1041 in January. It's the lowest level in the last 4 months. Now, what people are saying is, hey, shouldn't this be up because Donald Trump's in office? I'm like, come on. And that's the other thing. It's like somebody wrote me and says egg prices are still high. Gas is still high. Like it's going to take 7 seconds for this to go down. So we will see. We will see what happens. But again, I think it's kind of funny that people, you know, are not feeling good right now. You're seeing all these different layoffs. You're seeing a lot of problems right now. And how about this one? There is a map that you can go to see the bank closures around the country. Okay, well that's kind of helpful, So needless to say, you're starting to see more branches that are going to close, and you're going to see this happen more and more and more in 2025. What do you guys think about that? Here's something you're going to see happen a lot more often right now. Uh, Georgia Town Center at Cobb is a shopping mall, and there was a note put on the door uh, last couple days. It says, due to unforeseen circumstances, the mall is currently closed. Well, the unforeseen circumstances are the fact that the power is off because they didn't pay the power bill for the entire mall. How would you like to pay your rent? How'd you like to be in the H&M store paying your rent, or the dress shop or anything, and you're closed because they didn't pay the power bill? Now think about how long this would have had to happen. It would have been going on for months. Hey, listen, if you don't do this, we're going to have to. Oh, we'll get you payment Friday. No. Hey, Friday came and went. Next week. The entire mall is closed, guys, because of this. It's just unbelievable. We talked about this. There was a mall here in Southern California, in Mission Viejo, where they were not paying the mortgage, and they were going to foreclose on it. And I'm like, well, what about everybody paying their rent right now? So terrible. Now, a story that was sent to me. If you lost your house in the fire, you still have to pay your property taxes, and you still have to pay your mortgage. Now, you can talk about getting forbearance and things like that during this time, but, how long? Okay? These politicians that have told people that maybe they can go back, 18 months later. This is going to be interesting to see how this plays out over the course of the next month, because people are starting to fume. People are starting to get upset in LA. The fires are out, but the damage is there, and they've got to clean everything up, and they've got to get people back to a regular life. The people that want to rebuild and the people that can afford to rebuild can't go back right now. Think about that. We talked in the last video about somebody that had their car sitting there, and they couldn't get a tow truck up there to get keys to the car so they could drive the vehicle that survived. So it's going to be interesting, guys. You're going to see a lot of interesting stuff happen, but just because things look okay, they're probably not okay. Okay? Let me know what you think. How much money can a company lose and still be in business and still be a viable entity? Boeing, they have lost $4 billion in the last quarter. $4 billion in the last quarter. Okay, and they're still around. Okay, yeah, we're doing great. We're going to pull it out. It's going to turn around. Well, crazy. Okay, plus they have a real PR problem because Butch and Suni, the astronauts that are stuck in space, may be up there a little longer right now. I'm telling you, if these people do not make it, okay, that would be horrific, and it would be on them. I still think it's on them. I just cannot believe that these people were going to go up there for 7 days and they've been up there 8 months now. That's crazy when you think about that. Crazy. Great story that was sent to me by Dr. Marvin. And a man passes away, Christine Elliott's dad, 2022. It's 2025 now, guys. They went, everything in the trust was left to the kids, everything was great, but they found one checking account that had $56,000 in it. And they went to Chase Bank and said, here's the trust, we're the beneficiaries of the trust. Yeah, sorry, he didn't put the money in the trust, so we're not giving it to you. Which is pretty standard. That I understand, because I've lived through this personally. And that I understand. But she went and got a court order, and after they got the court order from the judge saying, yeah, this should have been put in the trust, because this is something I experienced, this exact thing, where something was supposed to be added to the trust that wasn't supposed to be added to the trust. So I said, forget it, use another word, and I said, we're going to put everything in the trust that's in there. Make sure that they approve everything so it goes to me. And that's what we had to do, but doing that got rid of a lot of grief. I'm telling you guys, Your checking accounts should have beneficiaries. Talk to a financial advisor. I have a very good friend right now who's going through problems with a trust and with shenanigans, and somebody that just thinks it's her little slush fund that she can go buy whatever she wants. And everybody's like, "Oh, don't worry, this will all work itself out." No, if you were supposed to get six, $700,000, and then you find out that somebody pissed away 100 grand of it, you'd be upset about that. That's what you have to look at. So protect yourself. So I'm glad Christine finally got the money this week. Isn't that crazy? 3 years, guys. 3 years. They paid her interest. They apologized at Chase Bank, but it's ridiculous, guys. Absolutely ridiculous that people have to go through this, but it happens every day. Make sure your estate is in order. Nobody plans on dropping dead. Nobody plans on, something bad happening quickly. Remember that. Nobody does that. A couple of people in the news that we've heard a little bit about lately, and first one is O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson had a house that he had purchased in Las Vegas, Nevada, which I was surprised to hear that he owned a property because of his, $35 million judgment that the Goldmans had against him. I heard it was only growing, every day. But needless to say, he had a house. And before he died, supposedly he sold it to his son, Justin. And now the courts are saying, hey, you got to move out because this is just a ploy not to pay, bills and to hide from creditors. So that will be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm sure just because it's starting to come out now, you're going to start to see this more and more. One thing that I have done in the past with my business is I've gotten cash advances for the credit card funding. These are very high interest rate loans that you can get that I do not recommend. Mike Lindell from My Pillow, that guy went out and got himself 300 grand, and now he says it's preposterous and that it's usury, it's racketeering, it's the mafia and all this stuff. Which here's the thing about this: these things are pretty well spelled out. Whether you sit there and say, "Hey, if we lend you 300 grand, you're going to pay us back 500 grand." Okay, when will I get it? You can get it day after tomorrow. You have huge fees for these loans. And are they fair? Are they right? No. But if you're desperate and you need this, what they do then is they take your credit card processing and you have to then run it through their processor so they keep track of it. And then what they do is they get a percentage of every sale. I've done it as high as 30% before. Yeah, you guys can take 30 off the top. 30% off the top, and I get the rest to pay the loan back. And the thing about this is that you get more money when you do things like that. And I've had these things. They're great. You can do it even with PayPal. You can do that. So with that being said, Mike Lindell did this, and now he's screaming afoul that this is all a crime. And he's done this with multiple lenders now. But I think it's just a matter of time until this guy is completely out of business now. Which I got a bunch of My Pillows in the house, so it's too bad. Okay, let me know what you think. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. Don't forget that we have a private channel called I Allegedly Live that you can sign up at iallegedly.tv. And one thing that I'm sure you've heard about is that there was a company called NVIDIA that was destroyed this week, lost $600 billion in value. And that was because there was a startup company that did an AI program for $6 million. It took 3 months to get set up. And I hear it's amazing. My friend Mike has sent me messages about how it's just unbelievable. DeepSeek is what the name of that is. But what you're going to have is you're going to have in the future the ability to have your own AI program for your office, for your business, for everything. This is going to revolutionize a lot of things right now. So interesting. We had another broccoli recall for listeria. Wash everything, guys. What is that? I'm getting kind of sick of this. Don't you think it's kind of disgusting? People are not washing, vegetables, food, their hands. It's gross. Okay. Final story. Think about this one. Lyft driver in New York City goes to pick up a call, and the woman is so big she can't fit in the car. But she's a rapper. She's Dank DeMoss. She describes herself as a big, luscious, beautiful woman who weighs 489 pounds. Okay? Unbelievable. Dank DeMoss. Well, he said, listen, lady, Ibrahim, Ibrahim said, you can't fit in my car. You're just not going to fit. I know you're not going to fit. So she was, I will fit, I will fit. And she couldn't fit. So he drove away, canceled the fare, and left. And now she's suing Lyft because of discrimination, because she's a big, girthy gal, and she weighs 489 pounds. 489 pounds. Dank Damas. I have all her albums. I mean, she's fantastic. You know the answer to that. Anyways, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm telling you guys, this, FDA class 1 rating to recall things. It's one thing when they recall like vegetables and stuff like that, but when they do class 1, that means people can die from eating this stuff. So that's crazy. Tell your friends, don't eat potato chips, okay? Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon.